Yeah, I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers.
I don't know what you're doing.
I want you to
right
get
now,
your
but
mouse.
I want you to check me out.
And I want you to check me out.
Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship rehab.
Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Redmond, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'ma talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that done click the link, that done click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. This is for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go.
To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you, telling you, telling you.
I ain't got no audio. I'm sorry, man. I was killing it too. Oh my God. I thought the audio was on, man. I guess it ain't meant to be. God damn. All right, man. I'm just gonna quit while I ain't even ahead on that one. So it is what it is. All right. So, few things before I get started. First of all, I just realized that there's something going on with my internet service in my neighborhood.
So that is why I'm buffering. I thought it was something going on with my graphics card, but that is not the case. So my internet is a little bit choppy. I definitely wanted to do a show tonight because I ain't did a show since shit. I want to say like, what is this? About 12, 14 days, about 2 weeks. I ain't did no show. So yeah, I'm sorry. With that being said, actually, I'm gonna turn this up one more notch. Yep, there we go. It's a little worm. All right. So with that being said, yeah, that shit is might be. So if it's going in and out a little bit, just let me know. I'll try to be quick because the internet might go out altogether. But I definitely wanted to make sure that I gave you all a show tonight because it's been way too goddamn long since I've done a show. So without further ado, I was trying to, give y'all the full experience, but hey, I couldn't. I just want to say this. I'm back. I had a great vacation. Well, it was semi-great. It started out a little rocky. They lost my damn luggage. I had luggage for 2 days, but the trip pretty much ended up pretty good. Wasn't no big deal. I got to relax. I got to totally unplug. I mean, I didn't have for 7 days. I didn't have no Facebook. I didn't have no YouTube. Relax. I got to just really get my mind cleared and just woosah because it's been a long time since I've been able to do that. So mental health time. So that I can even repost it if I need to. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and dive right in and basically talk about this mass shooting that occurred in Brooklyn, New York. Now, approximately 16 people have gotten shot on the train, on the subway in Brooklyn. And all I can think about when I saw this happening was like, damn, could this have been stopped? Or could it have? And I think about that with any mass shooting. So it's like this. Mass shootings will always occur. It's something that has been with us for well over a century, almost 200 years, over 100 and what is this? 2020 has been well over 120 years we've been having mass shootings. I think the first one occurred that was documented was like in 1908 or something like that. But with earlier than that, that was the first time they won the World Series. But it's just one of those things where they're going to occur. And the thing about it is, in my opinion, I believe that the only way that you can deter mass shootings is our own personal agendas, or if it's our own personal beliefs, or whatever the case may be. All of our isms and schisms that we have about ourselves as individuals in society, we try to sometimes complicate issues when they can be resolved quite simply. So it's not a thing of just saying, well, we got these mass shootings that are taking place and we got to do something. Well, the thing is that you need to empower people to be able to defend themselves, protect themselves, and cheap herders. You got to have those people that is not meant to carry a firearm. But the thing is, we should be encouraging and empowering those that are to do so. And I think that's where the opportunity lies for us as far as citizens in our society. The training and just the availability of training to those that want to carry firearms, it should definitely be promoted way more than what it is today. So with that being said, I'm going to show you this video and I'm going to see exactly what you guys' thoughts are. And I'm going to give my opinion, of course, and then we will go from there. So without further ado, that's pretty much what happened. That's what was recorded. Now, Frank R. James. I don't know why they always have these shooters with their middle initials. They always announce that. It's so weird. But anyway, Frank R. James gets onto this train. He has a Glock. I think it's a Glock 42. or Glock 43, the 381. Yeah, the Glock 42, I want to say that's what it is. And he gets on the train. It's a 380. He has a 380 with extended magazines and literally gets on to the train and goes to work, starts shooting people. It is chopping bad. Okay. And then once he does that, what happens is the guy actually, he's wounding people. People are getting shot and all that good stuff, and people are going down. Now, the problem with that is that could it have been stopped if, somebody else was on that train that was armed or had a weapon? I believe that it may not have been stopped totally, but I do believe that it may not have wound up with it being sick. That's my thing. So it's one of those things to where we see these kind of things happen all the time. But I would say most of the time when you see a mass shooting that has been thwarted, if you will, it's because there's a good guy with a gun. It's very seldom that you see somebody who can go hands-on and wrestle a guy down with a gun who's shooting people already. It's very, very, very hard to do. Very rare that it happens. And those people that do there
with smoke grenades and a hatchet, shoots 10 people before getting away. Police do have clues including a gun, a rental truck, and a person of interest.
Well, President Biden and police say that they will not rest until the suspect is caught. Police here in L.A. also taking precautions now. Our Lauren Lister is tracking late developments from our news center. Lauren, are we now learning that police have a person of interest that they're looking for?
Yeah, Cher and Pedro. This news just in moments ago. Authorities revealing that as there is a manhunt tonight for the shooter, and police are giving a name and photos of someone they are asking the public for help finding. They say they don't have a motive for this shooting. In addition to those 10 people shot, 13 others were injured, none of them life-threatening.
Authorities revealing they are looking for 62-year-old Frank R. James with addresses in Wisconsin and Philadelphia in connection with the subway shooting. They say a U-Haul key recovered at the scene unlocks a vehicle rented to him. Tonight, multiple victims battling gunshot wounds and investigators searching for answers after a mass shooting on a New York subway train just before.
The train at that time began to fill with smoke. He then opened fire.
Police say the shooter hit people on the Manhattan-bound N train and the platform, pulling into the 36th Street station in Brooklyn's Sunset Park neighborhood. Chaos as people rush to help the injured and evacuate.
I saw maybe a 16-year-old sitting on the train. You can clearly see the bullet on his knee, in his knee.
It was confusion, and it was just a scary moment.
Alarming video from the train during the incident shows someone banging on the door between cars, unclear who. And New York City's mayor revealing at least one security camera at the 36th Street station wasn't operating this morning. Also asking the public to come forward with clues.
We would not allow New Yorkers to be terrorized, even by a single individual.
And I'm going to say this about this dude. This dude here is a clown. I do not like this dude. This guy is a straight up race hustling, I'm gonna tell everybody what to do, liberal motherfucker I've ever met. I do not like this guy. I do not like this guy. I do not care for this guy. I'm so glad he's in New York and not here.
In the aftermath, victims seen arriving at the hospital, the president addressing the tragedy.
And we're grateful for all the first responders who jumped into action, including civilians who didn't hesitate to help their fellow passengers.
Authorities on the ground zeroing in on a U-Haul cargo van they were believed to be connected with the shooting. While closer to home, one Los Angeles city councilman, also running for mayor, is asking for a review of safety on LA mass transit.
Well, the incident in New York City, the unfortunate tragedy there reminds us the need for public safety in our public transportation system.
And I guess my thing is this. It's like in LA and wherever. Wait, hold on for a second. Is that a little bit better? Y'all let me know. Matter of fact, I can try to listen to make sure that that's a little bit better, because it did look like my mic volume was a bit low, and I don't know why that is. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Is that a little bit better? A little bit better? No. Is that better? with my mic volume. Y'all let me know. Let me know. Okay. Sounds a little bit better to me. So, all right. But I would say this. It's like when you're talking about these people that are on the train, these people that are on that on that subway and they're getting shot, it's like, how do you stop something like that? And the best way to stop somebody, because they can talk about, you know, saying these people were helping each other, like Biden was talking about, yeah, they were helping, you know, I don't know, help me after I've been shot. I would think that I would want to have somebody to actually help me before I get shot. So if somebody could just do that little small favor for me and stop the shooter before I get shot, I would prefer that as opposed to someone, you know, having to help me after I've gotten shot. And I think that's the mentality. It's like, and I don't like that about a lot of politicians. They have this mentality where they have, oh, well, bad shit's going to happen to you guys. You know, it's just going to happen. It's what we do after the bad shit happened that really matters. No, I don't want bad shit to happen to me unless it's absolutely, totally 1000% unavoidable. So if I can help and defend myself, if I can protect myself, I would prefer to do that as opposed to hoping and a wishing and a praying that nothing bad happens to me. And then when it does, say, oh, well, I guess it was just my time to get fucked up. No, I think that these politicians today, they have this mentality to where they honest and truly really don't give a shit about what happens to you unless it's something in it for them. Whether it's control, power, money, whatever the case may be, that's when they take an interest in what happens to your average everyday citizens. When you talk about people like, I don't know, maybe all of the people that was supporting Black Lives Matter, and y'all know how I talked about Black Lives Matter for a very long time and how they were full of shit and how it was a fucking racket and all that kind of stuff. And I said this time and time again. And the thing was, everybody was supporting it and everybody dumped money into it. But now that there's some tune of $60 million that's unaccounted for, and Patrice Kahn Colors has somehow purchased 4 or 5 luxury homes, and the fact that nobody of color is talking about this, Black folks ain't talking about this on their Twitter, Black folks ain't talking about this on their Facebook, Black folks ain't talking about this on their Instagram, whatever the case may be, they're literally acting like this is not happening. This is a foundation that has $60 million in donations that are unaccounted for. And nobody's saying nothing that supported Black Lives Matter. None of the people that are Black that loved and supported Black Lives Matter are saying anything. Everybody's just quiet. It's like when we see the worst shit come from something that we've supported, we'll either double down on stupid or we won't say anything. And just like when this kind of stuff here happens, people should be more inclined to defend themselves as opposed to hoping and wishing and a praying that some mayor or some politician take the guns out of everybody's hands, because it will never happen. It will never happen. Taking guns out of people's hands ain't gonna do nothing but have the people who don't go and abide by the law pick up guns. So if you got criminals that use guns, why would you want to take the guns out of everybody else's hands who's actually gonna abide by the law and give them up? Because you're not doing anything but making them more of a victim, and you're empowering those that are criminals to do more bad things. So I don't understand why people have not put 2 and 2 together yet and realize that this whole thing about we got to get guns off the streets is not going to happen. You have to make it to where we are able to combat and to thwart those people that tend to do us harm, whether it's with a gun, a stick, a broom, a knife, a machete, a spoon, it doesn't matter. The only way that you can stop a bad person with an object, a gun, a knife, a stick, a bat, a golf club, whatever the case may be, is a good guy doing the same thing. I has literally had their mail stop being delivered. I think it's in San Diego or something like that. They're not delivering the mail in a community because there's one guy who is walking around with a golf club threatening people and acting a goddamn fool to the point to where the mail carriers will not deliver mail. He is harassing the mail carriers. He's harassing the neighbors. He's harassing everyone in the community. He literally gets up every day and walks around the community with a golf club, acting a goddamn fool, swinging it at people, intimidating people, and nobody's done a thing. And what has happened is every time they lock him up, hear this, every time they take him to jail, he gets right back out. You want to know why? No bail. No bail. This is a classic example of when you have your justice system that is literally letting people, whether he's crazy, a villain, or a bad guy, whatever the case may be, this one dude is literally able and has been empowered by the law to hold an entire community hostage, not a block. This is an area. He has the power and has been holding that entire community hostage to the point to where they will not deliver mail. So all of the people in that area now have to be inconvenienced, even though they're paying taxes. They have to get up and they have to drive to the mail, to the post office to pick up their mail every day. Now we currently have the federal, cause that's that's federal stuff. That's dealing with the post office. We now have the post office, law enforcement. They're investigating the issue. So in the meantime, I got to get my ass up every day out my bed to get in my car and drive to the post office to get my mail before 5. Now, damn it, all the hell if I got to go to work. And I got to get there early. So I either got to get up there at the crack of dawn and get the mail that I couldn't get yesterday, because if I get off at 5, I can't get my mail. Or I got to buy a fucking P.O. box and hopefully have it to where they have 24/7 access to it. Holding a community hostage because they will not say, hey, man, either this dude needs to go in the crazy house or somebody needs to confront this dude when he actually is out here swinging a golf club at people. That's the kind of stuff that we have happening. And because we have criminals that believe that they can do what the hell they want to do, they're doing stuff like this. This guy got on a train with some smoke bombs, fireworks, a gas mask, and a gun with several magazines and just started shooting people. You can say he's crazy because I care more about the law-abiding citizens that are shot, that got hurt, that were on that train, those 16 people that got shot. I care more about them than the crazy guy that fucking did all of this shit to them. It makes no sense. And that's the world that we're living in and we're perpetuating today.
We're following breaking news out of New York. As we said, 5 people were apparently shot at a New York subway station, and police say they have found some unexploded devices as well. ABC's Rena Roy has the very latest from the scene.
Yeah, an attack like this during the morning commute is every New Yorker's worst nightmare. You can see behind us there is just a massive crime scene here. Power to the N and the R lines has been shut off as police try to hunt down the gunman.
The NYPD desperately searching for a gunman wanted for shooting multiple people. They say he may have been wearing a gas mask and an orange construction vest. The massive crime scene spanning 2 subway stations in 2 different neighborhoods in Brooklyn.
I mean, this one man has all of this shit going on in the city. City is shut down because of this guy.
Right now, it's not clear whether the shootings took place on the trains or on the subway platforms.
36th Street and 4th Avenue. Where multiple people shot.
Imagine the people who were trying to get home on the train and take this train every day. Literally held for hours because they couldn't get through.
Police are also investigating whether a smoke device was detonated just before the gunman opened fire.
All you hear was a big, loud noise. It sounded like an explosion. And then there was just people running out of the train stations.
More than a dozen people were hurt. This all unfolding just before 8:30 a.m. in the thick of morning rush hour. NYPD counterterrorism units and police dogs on the scene.
We do know that President Biden, the DHS, and the U.S. Attorney General have all been briefed on this situation. The FBI is also helping the NYPD with this investigation. Schools in the area are sheltering in place for now out of an abundance of caution. Rena Roy, ABC News, Brooklyn, New York.
We're taking a live look from the scene here. We are waiting for a press conference to begin from police and the governor. Once again, police are looking and searching for a suspect after multiple people were shot at a New York City subway station during rush hour this morning. Now, that incident did take place at the 36th Street station in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Now, several undetonated devices were also found at that scene, and that is according to the city's fire department. Once again, we are waiting for that press conference to begin from police and the governor, and we'll take that as soon as it begins.
And I guess the biggest thing that I wanted to have, I guess the biggest takeaway from this, and I'm going to go ahead and just wrap it up because of the lagginess in the video, is I want you to listen to the words that this person here says. I want you to just hear what the state of mind is and how these people had to endure this.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us. A rush hour.
As more and more New Yorkers return to the office, witnesses say the suspect put on a gas mask, threw a smoke bomb, and then opened fire. Sam Carcamo was there.
I saw fear in some of the people's faces. Someone was crawling because they had fallen over. People are screaming.
Good Samaritans did what they could to assist the injured off the train. Photos posted on social media show the wounded lying on the platform. This guy made a tourniquet from his sweater. Inside the train, you can see a man putting pressure on an injured passenger's gunshot wound. 29 people were injured, 10 of them shot, others trampled. 5 are in critical condition, but it could have been so much worse. The police say the gun jammed. They found a set loaded with bullets. The gunman also left behind a bag filled with fireworks.
He is being reported as a male black, approximately 5 feet 5 inches tall with a heavy build. He was wearing a green construction type vest and a hooded sweatshirt. The color is gray.
It appears that it's a lone wolf. We haven't had any other attacks. Well planned, well thought out. This is not something that just occurred at the spur of the moment.
This sounds like the absolute worst nightmare.
It's the absolute worst nightmare that anyone can experience, especially on the subway where you're trapped. And just when New York City's getting back to normal.
According to the NYPD, transit crime in New York is up 68% over last year. Shootings in New York City are up 72%.
Boom. So, you know what? You're right, JD. I'm gonna address that. Number one, if you purchase an extended magazine, get the one that is made by the manufacturer of the gun, because a lot of those magazines that you find and that you see that are made by these secondhand, these second party, third party vendors and all that kind of stuff, those magazines are not made with high quality parts and they tend to malfunction. They really do. So on their handguns, trust and believe. So I would definitely tell people that that is not the way to go. If you're going to buy a magazine or another magazine for your firearm, get the one that is made by the manufacturer, because they will keep the quality. Pay that extra 30 or 40 bucks, whatever it is, to get something that's going to work. So I'll say that and leave that there. But the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is that if you heard how that person was talking about how these people, he could see the fear in those people's eyes, you got to really put that in perspective and look at it like this. It's early in the morning. I'm on my way to work, right? The last thing I'm going to expect is for a mass shooter to get on the train and start shooting people. However, if in the event that does happen, if I'm on a train where I cannot get off because it's either moving or the door is locked, or whatever the case may be, wouldn't I want to have a chance? And the fact that this dude gun jammed presented a guaranteed opportunity of somebody returning fire on. People are screaming, yelling, there's a lot going on, you got smoke and all that kind of stuff, but the more people that you could have had that had training and that were in this position, they could have responded and they could have either stopped this guy when the gun jammed or even stopped him beforehand with a firearm. The guy literally lit a smoke bomb and lit some fireworks, whatever the case, and what he did was he just got to shooting them because there was nobody there to actually match his, confront him with an equal weapon. Everybody was victims. And everybody literally just had to hope and pray that if they did get shot, it wasn't a fatal gunshot wound. From the people that got shot, aside from the people that are in critical condition, you had 29 people that were injured in that whole fiasco because people are running over people, there's stampedes, people are falling, people are hurting themselves, whatever the case may be. But who would want to be on a train that's moving where people are getting shot and there's literally nothing you can do? You have to put that in perspective. Does everybody who carry a gun want to go out and shoot somebody? No. But you never know when you can be in a situation like this where your life is on the line and you could potentially die and you won't even have the chance to try to fight for your life or to even respond with the type of threat that you've been confronted with the proper tool. And that's all it is. Imagine if that guy got on there and he had a fucking sword and just started slicing and dicing, stabbing people with a sword. And what are you going to do? He just goes through and just start right in the midsection. Boom. Katana blade right in the gut. Working his way down. You don't have anywhere to go. You can't run. You can't hide. There is nowhere for you to go. And then when it comes to a fight, you're going to fight a guy with a sword. You're going to fight a guy with a machete. You're going to fight a guy with a handgun. You're going to fight a guy with a rifle. Why not have the proper tool to address the threat? That's all I'm saying. It's not complicated. It's pretty simple. 1 + 1 = 2. You have to be able to confront the threat with the proper tool. Hoping and wishing and praying that your hands are going to get you through is not a smart thing. It should be a last resort where I'm going to fight this guy. Because you clearly see that everybody was running. Nobody dove at this dude. Nobody wrestled the gun away from this guy. Everybody started running because nobody wants to get shot. And we have to create a culture to where people are more than willing to confront a situation like this, as opposed to it being where, hey, I'm just going to be victim. That's all I'm saying. I don't want people to be victims. And for all of those people that are anti-gun, that is my only thing that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to carry my firearm anywhere that I go, just so in case I have the opportunity to confront a threat like that, because if I was on a shield for them, and I'm sorry, but just as much as I want my kids to live and I want my wife to live, I like life too. This inhaling and exhaling shit, I enjoy that. And I want to be able to live my life with my family. When I don't have an option, then yes, I would sacrifice myself for my family. But my thing is, why should I have to do that? Because somebody doesn't feel comfortable with me carrying a gun? Because somebody don't like guns? Because somebody thinks we should let the police handle that. Well, the police wasn't there, were they? Nope. Where were the police? On their way en route to provide assistance. And that, to me, I get it and I understand it from their position. But I deserve more than that, and I deserve better than that, than to have to wait for the police to get there before somebody can do something to an asshole like James R. or Frank R. James. Motherfucker got 2 first names. That let you know he gonna be a problem. In and out, so I'm gonna wrap it up right now, and hopefully the internet will be better and I can do something different or do something tomorrow. But as of right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up and end the stream now. Hopefully, if I need to, I can probably maybe repost it if I have to. I know I said I was gonna do it on United Guns of America, because I killed that stream altogether. So hopefully I will do that. And I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a while, so I wanted to make sure I did a show tonight, no matter what, because like I said, it's been too long. So thank you guys so much. I'm glad to be back. I will see you guys next time, and maybe we can even recap and talk about this shooting on the next show, and just talk about, being in a place like New York, this is one of the downfalls of it. being in a place, I mean, because you don't hear shit like this just happening everywhere. Stuff like this is usually happening in those areas where you have this many injured, this many dead, this many shot, whatever the case may be. These types of numbers tend to only happen in areas that are anti-gun. And New York is definitely one of them. And you saw once that happened, everybody I think it was LA, they started getting on high alert because they thought maybe it could happen there. Point is, all of the people that are victims of this, the people's family members that are victims of this, those people that have to suffer and go through this recovery process or healing process, I would just say this: why not give yourself the best chance possible to survive and arm yourself and empower yourself? Get some training, and when they do happen, would be far less, there would be far less victims that would occur from this kind of stuff. So I apologize again for the lagginess of the stream. My internet is having problems. I'm going to have to call them next and find out what's going on. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate each and every last one of you. I love you guys. Till next time, peace, and I'm out.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as The Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to The Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to do that, Brian, because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening. I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with you.